Alright, so this is how I have my setup right now. It's just the TV right in front of my bed. Then I have some books over here. And this is the part where I'm kind of want to build a PC. Not a PC. I'm also going to build a PC. I got parts over there that we'll be using to build our PC. The main part is wanting to get a desk that's smaller than this, because right now I do not want this top part. This top part here kind of sucks balls, I'm not gonna lie. And then I kind of want to have even room down here so that I don't have to adjust every single time. And then I kind of want to lower the desk from here to 2 feet so that my legs can fully function and like they don't hurt after a long time. Plus, I may or may not change chairs, but yeah. Alright, so I think the next part, what I'm going to do is take all of the junk right there. And I'm going to put it all the way over here on the right hand side. I think I'll just put everything on the bed. And then I'll come back and put this desk right in that corner. And then we'll go from there. Just to give you the rundown and the low. I got my wood. We're going to be measuring 2 foot by 2 foot. And the width is about 1/2 inch. So on the saw, we're going to be using 1/2 inch to cut that. And then later on, we're going to do 1 inch to cut the 2x4s. Now, if you don't have a saw, you can also use a hand saw, but it will take longer. I wouldn't recommend it, but if you only have a hand saw, that's fine. A carpenter square will be really helpful, especially for both cutting tools and for measuring. Here we have our tools, drill bits, drills right here, just a little drills here. And then just this cheap $3, 150, 160 sandpaper. It was cheap enough to get the job done, so that's fine. Then I got extra tools like hammers, pliers, and a wrench to adjust the saw. And then for the screws, we're gonna be using Torx 20 exterior screws, number 8, 1 1/4 inch screws. There's 30 in here, and they cost like around $3, the same price as the sandpaper. That's pretty good. Then obviously we got some safety things like gloves, glasses, and earmuffs. And then your measuring tools like measuring tape and a leveler, pencils, and a knife. That's all you pretty much have or need to have in order to start woodworking. Obviously half of this stuff is not mine, half of this stuff is mine. Just remember, just use whatever you have in your house. Obviously I'm fully prepared and I'm ready to do this job at any moment in time. But I just want to show you that you can still get the job done even with simple tools. Also remember to always drink water because the sun is very hot over here. It is like almost 80, 90 degrees in here. And man, I'm already sweating in here. But yeah, remember, drink some water. Use all the tools you have already. If you have any questions, put it down in the comments below. But yeah, let me show you how to use the carpenter's square and the saw or the hand saw in cutting the 2x4s and the wood. But yeah, let's get started. So I put the line right here. This is a 23 and 11/16. I didn't know it was 23 and 11/16 from the length from here to here. So this is not actually 24. This is 23 and 11/16. So I did the same thing just to make it square and squared enough. I also did to the boards as well. 2 feet here, 2 feet here, and then the long board 2 feet here and 2 feet over there. So there's gonna be like a little gap right here. Or I cut here and then measure from here all the way over there for 2 feet. But yeah, I got everything done. I got everything squared up. Now I'm ready to cut. Okay, so after using the bandsaw or the saw, the electric saw, and using a handsaw, this is what I came up with. It's not that good. It's not perfect, but I mean it works, obviously. It's alright. We could do better. I'm gonna freeze my phone for a bit and then I'll come back and do the 2x4s. So I just had a little cut. It's alright. It's not that bad. Hopefully this freaking bandage will stay on there. Anyways, yeah, I messed up. So all these two are 24 and these two are not. So I decided to just give it a 23 3/4 for marking, and I'll go back with the bandsaw and do it myself. I have no idea why these two didn't came out 24, but these two did came out as 24. I guess because I was just rushing. I didn't do a clean cut on them, and well, they're a bit short from these two. So off camera, I'll just chop these up, and then I'll show you how to use the drill and where are we gonna drill. What I'm thinking is 2 screws for each board, just so that it doesn't move and it's very stable. So yeah, let me cut these real quick and I'll come back and we'll go ahead and screw them down to the table. Okay, so I cut everything perfectly even now. Everything looks pretty much the same. Look at that. Next thing we're gonna use is the drill and the screws right here and a leveler. Also the sandpaper. Alright, so I'll give you a rundown. I measured the board, the 2x4, down in the middle to find the center, and then from the center I spaced out the screw or the pilot holes to be 1.5 inches apart. And the same thing I did with the board, I did the same thing with the table. I measured the middle, I found the center of it, and then I put 1.5 or 1.5 inches of pilot hole placements. And I'm gonna be doing that for the rest of the table. And then from another perspective, this is how it looks like. It should be perpendicular, right? It should be dead on, straight, right? Yep. So this line goes to this line goes to this line goes to this line, and the same thing with the middle. It'll be straight in the middle. Hopefully you'll be able to drill out almost all the pilot holes with the board. And then for the drill bits, what we're gonna use is 7/64 and a 1/8. I will be using the 7/64 as it's a lot easier and better. Plus, if I make a mistake, I can always come back with the 1/8 and make a larger hole to the right direction that I need to be. Alright. So here we are. Each one of these holes correspond to a number, and I've already pre-drilled them with the 7/64. Same with the boards, and I did for the rest of the boards over there. And each board has a number that corresponds to it. And a helpful tip when you're drill bitting, if you don't want to go too deep into your pilot holes, what you could do is put tape over the measurement. So right now I have it as a 1/2 inch, I think, or 3/4, and I stop whenever I hit the tape so that I don't have to go deeper than what it needs to be. Helpful tip. But yeah, right now we're gonna switch to a T20 and we're gonna start screwing down the table and hopefully level it out and see if it works. This is the last part. I'm already on the 150. Oh fuck. I'm already at the 150, and that's the last one. And I just started on this last leg over here in the left corner, but man, it's already getting dark, and like I still gotta finish this one, and this one. And like honestly, I'm gonna be real with you, I am getting tired, like straight up. Like I'm like huffing and puffing in a mask right now. I don't know if you could tell from the shadow, but like my god, I'm tired. I want to get done. I want to put this in my room, play video games. Finally, I have completed table. That's it. It took me almost like 6 hours just to do this thing. The table. It took me 6 hours to build this table. You better be glad I made this. That's it. It took me 6 hours to make a table. Oh my god. Well, let's see how it looks inside, I guess. And there you have it. Now we're gaming for real, for real. Wow, look at that setup. Isn't it nice? Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the journey, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below your favorite parts, or any questions that you may have. Alright, well that's the end of the vlog. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.